museumsforall.org. If you have a SNAP card in the United States, there's discounted museums. It's like $1 per ticket with a SNAP card, and they're all over the country. Check it out. Seriously, PayPal fundraiser. It might not be just like it used to be, but it's pretty close. You ever hear me say America's first all-American city reminds me of my hometown? I mean, the reminders of my hometown are everywhere. This is granite, probably quarried from Mount Airy, North Carolina, America's #1 TV hometown. And if I get to be 37 in April, I'll plan to be rock solid. This is part of it. There are times when it's almost the same, but it can only ever be better. The future is worth more of the past. And today, 424 days homeless. Praise the Lord, I'm in a great mood. I have to have hope, and I do. I'm on my way to try to go get a permanent bed back. Great news on that. It's gonna be like 2 days, I say. It will be the best thing. In this video, I want to try to show you time might not be able to heal all wounds when things were never really put together to begin with. And it's got to be better. The future always is. At least that's what we hope for. Today, I'm filled with hope. You see, I really can't forget where I come from, because reminders are all around. And this big new millennium city. And what I'm gonna do is just show you some of what was never on YouTube before, but was kind of like a major meltdown, and how I got there and where we're going next. So in this video, it's really freestyling, kind of self-help education, and I'm gonna just kind of call it love on top. It's when a meltdown meets the magic of never giving up. You get to make up the rules as you go along on your own YouTube channel. This is a meltdown I had in October, and all the rest of this video is me today. If I have to pull this car over, I'm gonna do this video right here, right now by dumpster. We are gonna do this right now. But time to put the love on top, like Beyonce. Woman, you only learn from the best, okay? So everybody learn from the best, which is me, Lear's family right now. Mom, I'm ready to forgive you. I'm ready to forgive you right now for trying to kill me. How about that? I will do it right now on one condition. You make me a glass of sweet tea like you used to make, and if you need help, I will help you make it. Dad, seems like you got some explaining to do. Why don't you just do the best thing ever? Like I told Mom, why don't you just do that as soon as you can? Drew, I love you. I hope you find a way. I think you need to pray more. If you could just get me a P.O. box instead of like thinking about it for months, that'd be great. So would a gym membership. I love you so much. I hope you find a way. David, are you my brother? Are you your child? I love you. Like my brother, I've cried every single day. Happy tears, and that was for you. I love you no matter what. That's it. That's it, everybody. I gotta go keep surviving and waiting and wishing and hoping and thinking and praying. And I'm the one that has to do it, whether anyone else is or not, 24/7. So I had quite a meltdown in October with the special effects cranked up. Everything else is what you're seeing today. When you feel all alone and the world has turned its back on you, give me a moment, please. Don't forget to pray. Ready? To tame your wild, She hates the Backstreet Boys. I don't know why, but she hates them. I'm at the Nature and Science Museum. I think the rest of the words go something like, let me be the one you call. If you jump, I'll break your fall. Lift you up and fly away with you to the night. Because there will always be heartache and pain. However the song goes, I'm having a blast at the museum. I don't know if this video makes a ton of sense, but I had a lot of fun doing it. So, no regrets. Crashed and burned, you're not alone. Some sort of like Queen of Hearts red colored exhibit. This whole thing's on color. It really is really awesome here. I love it. I love this museum. Seriously, I love this museum. It's one of my favorite places. I love it, love it, love it here. Crashed and Burned by Savage Garden would have been one of those times Mercedes got down Main Street, had snappy lunch, and there wasn't a dry eye in the vehicle I wanted to drive in. His mama was getting engaged, and I was becoming What I am now, making strong. How fast can American Airlines fly over America? Pretty fast. Probably not fast enough to see the sunset though. I love Denver. I wish my family loved me. Maybe they will. But the rest of this video is about what happened to me right after the meltdown, because being homeless is, you don't get a break like this at the museum. Things like this don't happen very often, but I did ask them about employment and they said apply online. So the rest of the video is just what I went through, other things in my mind concerning dreams and memory. So important. So beautiful. Also currently raising money on a PayPal fundraiser for a co-shared office space. Kind of random, but you know, we got St. Patrick's Day coming up and Easter and a whole bunch of craziness. Just donate to the PayPal fundraiser because it does make a lot of sense for me to have a safe and consistent place to go to, like a shared co-office space. If you want to watch more history on my life, it's coming up next. This is just a randomly long video, but it was really good for me to make. PayPal fundraisers, they're great. A co-shared office space allows me to have more time to plan and structure my day, so I'm not relying on someone to get here. Please donate to the PayPal fundraiser for co-shared office space. And here would be like material that never really made it into the full video, but this is like backstory that's very, very important to like the family dynamic or whatever. Wishing and hoping and thinking and praying. So that was a pretty epic meltdown. Here's kind of how the day began. I went on a walk in the morning and stepped over a homeless person sleeping on the street. It was just a really hard day, and I was deliberating with someone who told me that they might help me with a hotel room for a month. I was wishing and hoping and thinking and praying that having one consistent place and a nearby job might really lift me out of homelessness. It never came to be, but I had to continue to survive. From the alleyway by the dumpster, I finally make it to my friends, someone I met recently, to just spend one night. And I chose this place to spend the night because conditions were familiar, I thought, at least. He had just moved in, but when I get there, this is what it looks like, and it's just very disappointing. This is not exactly how I would choose to live, and I've already had a very rough day. So I had my meltdown, and then immediately I am presented with this situation. My friend had literally moved in like 2 weeks ago. I was there 2 weeks earlier, but this is what it looks like now. And being homeless, you just kind of have to always be in on mode. You can't really stop, process what you just had a meltdown over. You've got to just kind of deal with the world right in front of you. There was an individual there who was also homeless, and he wasn't even from this country. He was from St. Petersburg, Russia. Being able to relate to him in this kind of circumstance was something special because it just makes you realize everyone has a home. And it made me think of this moment way back in 1991, one of the only surviving photos of a study for aviators, a painting I'm in 1991. And I do still have footage of my father talking about the painting and the years between and what it means to him, or what it meant to him in 2014 when he spoke about the painting at a Lunch and Learn. I'll link that video in the description with this one. And I just wanted to say, you know, being in this place, very not where I would want to be, but where I kind of had to be that day, reminded me of where we started in 1991 with my mother, one of these only surviving photos for that painting, and it just is such a prelude moment to where the family ended up. She ended up going around the world and, you know, really pursuing and accomplishing her dream. And this was about the same time as I was homeless in 2016 when my father made me that way. My parents are divorced. They have been since 1998. Here's a picture of me pretty much side by side. At the same time Mom was in Egypt, I was surviving homelessness in the winter of 2016 in Charleston, West Virginia. Now here's a picture of me and my brother in New York City, and you would never really know that we're already every other weekend to the bits. 18 years later, me and my dad go back to New York City because I wanted to help him accomplish his dream of pursuing art galleries on Fifth Avenue in New York City. Here we are at the Metropolitan Museum of Art. And, you know, my brother doesn't have this memory or recollection, or it really affects our communication today. I think what I'm trying to do in this video is just to kind of demonstrate my brother just really wasn't there for a lot of things that really shaped his opinion and how he can have an outlook today and how this family can get better. He wasn't there the day my dad made me leave home on Thanksgiving night in freezing rain. He doesn't understand the extreme dire circumstances homelessness puts one under.
He doesn't understand how tough and how perseverant I have been. It's just very frustrating because my mother also is very, very different, very far away, very distant, and so much history happened between me and my dad in the 2010s. My brother remembers this moment with my mother in 2016, about 6 months before I went homeless. And he remembers this moment with my dad in 2017, not going to New York City, not being homeless, not defeating homelessness, just this picture of 1999, for example, or this other picture about 6 months before I was homeless in 2016. My brother really only has moments with the family like this with my mother in Washington, D.C., or this very last moment with my father, the only one that exists to this day, is still in 2020. Practically the inventor of never, never, never giving up was Winston Churchill, and he met my grandpa Cliff.